Okay, good morning, everyone. My name is Balázs Ács, and I am the CEO and the owner of the Oncotherm. Thank you for being here today. During the next 10 minutes, I would like to present our company, provide an overview of our technology, and discuss the main difference between the capacitive and the radiative hyperthermia system. The company was founded by Professor András Szász in Hungary in 1988. Today, Oncotherm is one of the oldest hyperthermia technology manufacturers in the world. The first clinical trials of the technology were launched in Germany in 1990s. And the company operates a certified medical quality management system in accordance with the ISO 30485. Which is regularly audited by the TÜV Süd, Germany. The device is CE approved under the European Medical Device Regulation, the MDR, confirming the compliance with European regulatory requirements and enabling commercialization throughout the European Union. In addition to the CE certification, the device also registered in several international markets, including Mexico, the United Kingdom, South Korea, and Philippines. Furthermore, the company has obtained MDSCP certification, which is a regulatory requirement for market entry in several countries, including Canada. The certification enables us to initiate the Canadian registration process. Germany, the German subsidiary was founded in 2002 to support and manage Oncotherm sales and marketing activities in the German market. Since its foundations, Oncotherm has installed more than 600 systems across 35 countries worldwide. We currently work with research partners in 12 countries and collaborate with more than 30 university and public healthcare institutes. These partnerships have generated a substantial body of clinical evidence and have contributed significantly to the continuous development of our technology. Today, Oncotherm has established a strong international presence and is recognized as one of the leading hyperthermia technology companies worldwide. Oncotherm uses a 30.56 MHz modulated radio frequency field during the treatments. It is well established that tumor tissue has much higher metabolic rate than the healthy tissue and consumes significantly more glucose. As a result, the concentration of free ions in the extracellular matrix surrounding cells increases, and this tissue property leads to high preferential energy absorption. The malignant cells is approximately 10 times more conductive than the healthy cells. Consequently, the radio frequency current predominantly flows through areas with higher activity. This allows us to selectively heat malignant cells while minimizing the impact in surrounding healthy tissue. It is non-invasive and non-toxic. The combination of heat and the electric field can induce apoptotic cell death and stimulate an anti-tumor immune response, allowing the immune system to recognize and attack malignant in real time with the patient's body. The process is based on our patented technology that we refer to as tumor vaccination, as it helps stimulate the tumor-specific anti-cancer immune response. To demonstrate how Oncotherm works in practice, we performed phantom measurements using the real biological tissue. We placed several layers of meat inside a plastic tube and inserted a relatively large tumor into the center. Optical temperature sensors were used to measure the temperature both inside the tumor and in the surrounding tissues. This setup allowed us to observe how energy absorption and temperature disruption differ between the tumor and the surrounding healthy tissue during the treatment. The tube temperature inside the tumor was approximately 4 degrees higher than clearly demonstrating the selective heating effect and energy absorption characteristic of the technology. How does a radiative hyperthermia system work? The radiative hyperthermia system use multiple antennas positioned surrounding the patient's body. Operating frequency typically range from 70 to 170 megahertz. A large water bolus placed between the antennas and the body to improve energy coupling and to cool the superficial tissues. The antennas emits high power radio frequency energy, and attempt to focus into a tumor. The goal is to heat the target tissue to 41-43 degrees while minimizing heating of the surrounding healthy tissues. However, the reality is often quite different. It can be clearly observed that after 70 minutes, 29 minutes, 43 and 57 minutes of the treatments, heating is not limited to the target region. Multiple hotspots appear throughout the body, and the water bolus also became significantly heated. As a result, the temperature difference between the target area and the surrounding non-target tissues remain relatively small, typically less than 1 Celsius degree. This demonstrates the limited selectivity of the heating process, as a substantial amount of energy is absorbed by non-target areas. One important question is, where does all the energy go? A typical electric kettle uses about 1,300 watts to boil water within a minute. A radiative hyperthermia system often uses the similar power level for up to an hour, yet the tissue temperature increases by only a few degrees Celsius. When we compare the two systems, several significant differences can be observed. The capacitive system, the Oncotherm, and the radiative system, differences. The first is the radio frequency. Oncotherm the capacitive system use 30.56 megahertz modulated radio frequency. The radiative system use 170 megahertz. The capacitive Oncotherm system has autofocusing. The radiative system, manual focusing is needed, and treatment planning software also required for that. Capacitive Oncotherm is selective, heterogeneous heating, and the radiative system non-selective, heating up both tissues, the tumor tissue and the healthy tissue too. Non-invasive treatments monitoring. Radiative system uses invasive temperature measurement systems to monitor the temperature. Capacitive systems capable to induce the apoptotical cell death, while the radiative systems mainly necrotical because it's focusing for the thermal effects. Proven immunological effects on the capacitive side, unfortunately, the evidences are very limited on the radiative side. Oncotherm has more than 20 years of clinical experience with head and neck cancers. Radiative system just started to use the applicator recent years. Capacitive system uses typical power between 60 and 350 watts, while the radiative system significantly higher, 500 and 1500 watts. As you can see, the AGY 2030 is the result of more than 35 years of scientific research and clinical experience and continuous technological development. However, at Oncotherm, we believe that technology alone does not treat patients. Our role is to provide the best possible tool for physicians who unlimitedly make the difference in patients' care. We often compare ourselves to a violin maker. The violin maker can spend years creating the best possible instruments, making innovations, dreaming about a nice concert, but the concert is performed by the musicians. In the same way, our role is to provide the best possible technology, while the real credit belongs to the physicians and medical teams who care for patients every day. Thank you very much for your attention. I would also like to thank the organizers for their kind invitation and for the opportunity to present our company today. I wish you a successful and enjoyable conference. Thank you.